Okay, I think what we're going to do is go through a couple music beds and find one, because I think at the beginning where you talk about fairy tales, we have something that's kind of childlike,
all right,
and a lullaby-like, kind of music box-like. Anytime you're ready.
Throughout our childhood, we were read fairy tales such as Hansel and Gretel and Little Red Riding Hood. Each time the children were in grave danger, a hero would arrive at the last minute with the use of deadly force to save the children. Unfortunately, fairy tales aren't like real life. Otherwise, we would all live happily ever after. I'm Joel Fulton of Freedom Firearms, and we believe each of us owes it to ourselves and our families to prepare for reality. Each of us should be prepared to defend our families and our communities against violent criminals, perhaps even domestic terrorism. Visit us on the web or see us at 539 Capitol Avenue Southwest in Battle Creek.
Very good. There it is. That's how it's done. This is your finished commercial.
Awesome. Thanks, Don.
Used to spend my nights out in the ballroom.
You're not putting them all over there, are you?
Why wouldn't I? These are one of our more popular targets, so you don't put them right in the main area where everybody gets their targets from.
I am seeing 15-round magazines available at my wholesaler. You're very welcome. Sun's up, guns up.
All right, boys, ready? 10 o'clock.
How you guys doing today? Good.
Firearm is unloaded. How does that fit in your hand?
Nice. I could operate.
You feel like you have more control over it.
Right.
You got your pinky on there. That there is probably the best-selling firearm that I have in the store. It's a safe action trigger. Okay. So that means, you know, you set it down at the kitchen counter and you're bringing in groceries, you accidentally snag it when you're setting stuff down and you knock it on the floor. Mm-hmm. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Okay. So I have a 10-year-old, so
with a 10-year-old at home, I would highly suggest that you get some form of a safe or something of that nature to lock it up, as well as, you know, there's no reason that you can't bring him to the range and shoot.
You can shoot here, right?
Yeah, I got a shooting range out back out here.
Okay.
The firearms industry is hard. I knew that it was controversial, but I've never shied away from conflict. Well, you've got one side in the political spectrum that think guns are horrible and evil and they're the root of all violence.
But if someone's coming in your house, you need a...
Well, but it's too soon for that.
I know.
I'm just figuring out how to shoot it.
And you've got the other side of the political spectrum that believes that firearms are what keep us safe, give us freedom, and allow us to live without fear. People would believe that anybody can just walk in here, hand me $600 in cash, and just walk out the door with a gun. We have the background check system, and typically that lets me sleep with a certain degree of peace at night that the guns that I've sold to law-abiding, responsible citizens.
This one?
Yeah.
It was big.
Gina? So that's what we're looking at today, correct? We wanted to look at the Glock 43?
Yes.
Okay.
So the reason I came to you today was to have this conversation of how I can protect myself going forward and just...
All as a result of this road rage incident where this guy pointed a gun at you.
Yeah. I get a little anxiety when I leave the house a little bit or see similar vehicles or similar looking people.
So what happened?
So this vehicle came at an angle through the parking places towards the front of my daughter's car, almost hit the fronts of the car, and she like swerved around him, and then he pulls up a gun into his driver's window and kind of like lifts it up. I don't remember, which I told the police, I don't remember if he actually pointed it at us. I do remember what the end of the gun looked like exactly.
Right. Pretty terrifying.
It was very scary. It was almost like an out-of-body experience. I didn't know if his intentions were if he was just trying to scare us or if he was actually going to pull the trigger and shoot us.
All right. We'll grab some eye and ear protection and slide out there on the range, huh?
I think that you always worry about your loved ones. I love Gina's soul. I love how much she loves me. Tomorrow, it will be 10 years and 5 months that we were together. I received a text message, and the text message said, I was almost shot today.
You're gonna insert the magazine into the handle of the gun, and then draw back like that and let it go.
Okay.
And that'll put one in the chamber.
You know, Gina's had problems sleeping. But why would he feel that he had to go and threaten death to them?
What we call a road rage incident. The suspect is a valid pistol license holder. Officer seized the firearm. He denied ever exposing the firearm to them. We need to know whether or not he was actually in possession of it, so we'll need to do DNA and prints. If he's convicted of a felony, he won't be allowed to purchase or possess firearms in the future, so this could have an effect on him as well. She was the victim of an assault, so she's going to want to see justice done.
Battle Creek is a Midwest community in Michigan. You know, we have the working poor, we have middle class to upper middle class. Certainly it's not a sleepy town by any means from a law enforcement perspective, but clearly all of the facets of society that are challenges do impact this community in some way. Guns aren't necessarily the problem as much as it is the people behind them, or at least the consequences for not being responsible.
Good. Squeeze the trigger nice and gently. Good. Right there in the red.
After having first-hand situation of feeling threatened or your life in danger, I'm still hitting that spot. I just have to find the gun I'm comfortable with, and I have at least something on my side to help protect me or my family members.
3 times.
That's powerful.
Good. You'll be fine. You'll get used to that.
Is it his turn now?
It is.
Oh.
I was a teller in a bank, and when I was in college, our bank was held up. Before I knew it, there was a gun in my face. I don't want to be a victim again.
That's an actual person. That would stop it.
Oh, any of them are gonna
Yeah.
do the job just fine. Yeah, that's more than defensively accurate.
I am data-driven, and I've done the research. And so 95% of US cities are safer than in Battle Creek. And so I've drawn lines as far as what I'm willing to permit to happen.
Scott, this is Joel Fulton up at Freedom Firearms. How you doing today? I'm looking for Glock 43, specifically, hopefully you've got the Tiffany blue in. You got the Natalie pink and the Hogue pink.
Oh. No blue.
Within the house, I'm willing to take that shot in defense of my family. If you violate that door and come in through that door, I will shoot. There isn't going to be a thought about it. Okay, so you've got my number for information on the gun when it comes in?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Freedom Firearms.
What kind of price range are we trying to stay inside?
Less than $1,000 is always the goal.
Less than $1,000. So, right now I have the Armalite Eagle 15. For the money, it's going to be probably your best setup for getting just started off. You know, AR-15s are kind of the Legos of long guns. You can build it up however you want.
A lot of customizability. I like that.
Yes. I'm Dave Fulton. I'm 25 years old, and I am a sales associate here at Freedom Firearms.
Nice to meet you. I'm Jared. Me and my brother actually co-own this place.
Jared Fulton is my uncle, and Joel is my dad.
Now this one's a little over 500. It's about $539.99.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now it feels halfway comfortable, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's not heavy at all, is it? Well, I mean...
A bit.
Politically, most of my colleagues are very right-leaning. I would definitely say that I'm a little more left-leaning. Obviously, there's the, he's the socialist, or, he's the communist, or the whatever-ist they want to add on to the end of it.
So essentially what you're saying is if it was, paraphrase, between Hillary and Trump, you're voting for Trump. But if it was Trump and Sanders, you'd be voting Sanders.
I would.
Dave is Dave.
Dave's a socialist.
Did he call me a communist or a socialist?
Yeah.
I don't trust either one of them. I just know one isn't going to go after the guns. The firearm is an inanimate object. It doesn't have the ability to be moral or immoral. It's an amoral object. It doesn't have a will of its own. It's the person behind the gun that has that will.
Check your grip before you even do anything, young lady.
The training aspect is big here with the CPL classes and with the one-on-one instruction time out here on the range.
I feel like I'm all over the place.
Yep, class starts at 8. Yep, that should be no problem. The doors will open at 7:45, so if he wants to get here around that time, then he'll have first choice at seats and everything from there.
Year after year, I can see the growth and the increase in this industry, mostly gauged by how many people take part in my concealed carry class. All right, good. Morning, everybody. My name's Joel. Together with my brother Jared, who is not here at this time. He's at a charity golf outing today. He'll be here later this afternoon, hopefully in time to teach lesson 5. We own and operate Freedom Firearms. We're coming real close in the last 14 years to training about 15,000 students. Now, without further ado, it's yours for the next couple lessons.
When you're out and you're looking around and seeing who's in the room, all right, you don't want to profile people, but if somebody looks like they're mad, somebody looks agitated, they're upset about something, you know what people look like when they're upset. They give off a certain vibe, right? Keep an eye on those people. Okay? And if you're ever in a situation where somebody's arguing and one of them leaves and then they come back, that's never good. All right, you might want to just start making your way out then. Has anyone ever heard of the 21-foot rule before? So if I'm over here and I take off after you with my knife, right? You're going to try to pull up a gun and shoot me. I will stab you every single time, okay? So don't let people get too close to you, right?
Here in America, there's those that significantly believe that a gun makes them feel safer, more secure. And it is their, if you will, God-ordained right to carry that firearm. We have crime here in the United States, but we've seen a decade where crime has been significantly reduced. And yet we have this perception that crime is ongoing, continuous, and it happens all the time. And part of that is because it's in the media. If you watch the news here in the United States, you see that if it bleeds, it leads. And we feel like that violence is all around us. I do understand purchasing a firearm and wanting to have one nearby to protect your family. But I wonder, do they have the capability in that kind of high-stress scenario accurately put rounds where they need to go? Or do I need to keep my kids close because who knows what's going to happen?
Nobody in here should want to have to shoot somebody. Right, that's a big misconception that people have on gun owners, is they're just looking to shoot somebody. I hope that none of you are ever put in a position where you ever have to pull your firearm out. Okay, I hope I'm never in a position where I have to pull a firearm out. Okay, but do my personal moral standards permit taking a life in self-defense? And am I prepared to tolerate the judgment of my family, friends, and neighbors if I must defend myself with lethal force? That's the big one. You might have your best friends, some of your closest family members come out in opposition of you being in this class today, of you using a firearm to defend yourself. And you're going to have people that you don't even know, have never met before, that come out in support of you. Right? My best advice for you on that is don't listen to either side of it. Everyone's going to have their opinion, but they weren't there. They weren't the ones forced to make that decision. Okay, you guys were. All right, what we're going to do is take a break. We only have the one bathroom, so if you guys got to use the bathroom, you guys got to line up and use it. I'd recommend being in the front of that line.
Take my hand when you are scared.
I'm fat and old and I can't run. That's why I got a gun.
My wife's gonna kill me.
Hey, handsome.
If you go back out there,
You? What's our rules? Which way do you keep the gun? I'm a single mother of two. Having kids really is what makes me so paranoid. It's not, just my life now, it's my kids' lives. Their lives are in my hands, and I have to protect them and teach them right from wrong, and growing up, how to survive, especially in a world like this. Come on, babe, watch out. Mommy and Jaden are gonna shoot.
Wait, you guys are gonna shoot a big gun?
No, we're gonna shoot Mama's gun. My social media is just blown up with all the craziness that is going on in the world. Secret agents don't touch things. It's just so overwhelming. Are we going to one?
Yes, we are going to one.
Mom,
What?
you wanna have a competition?
I'm sure you'll beat my butt.
Who can get closer to the head gets $1.
Okay.
I'm going.
All right, I'm gonna go first. I'm 5'4", like 108 pounds, and never been in a fight for the life of me. If a guy or somebody came at me who's, twice as big as me, I'm not gonna be able to do anything. I would just be a sitting duck along with my children. So owning my gun puts me at ease, knowing that I have a way to defend myself, to defend my children, and know that I can prevent something bad happening.
All right. Ready to get your butt kicked?
He's gonna smoke me right now. Watch. Jaden, the safety's on, honey.
Oh.
bit. Aim for that X.
He hit the target 4 times.
Aim a little lower, bud.
Jaden, he's 9 and he is a very responsible kid. I know when the time comes if he would take control head on and do what needed to be done to protect himself and his brother. If mom gets hurt.
I think we killed the man already.
I got him in the throat.
Yeah, he's dead if he got shot in the throat. Mom, where's the spot where you can hit somebody and like they can't breathe, like right into here?
Are you talking about in your lungs?
It like...
It'd be your lungs. What?
I was right under the chin.
That was me.
No, that was me.
No, I shot him. No.
No, I shot him right.
No,
I shot him.
I did. What do I win now?
You win a big hug.
I love it.
Thank you.
Jaden, he's watched, movies and everything about people breaking in, and so he was always curious, like, Mom, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? So I took that as an opportunity to say, hey, this is what we're gonna do. You can't destroy my base. So in this house, Jaden, somebody were to break in, where do you think an appropriate place to hide would be?
Under the bed, the closet, but behind the couch.
And you're hiding, and a person comes in, and he comes towards you, what are you gonna do?
He doesn't know I'm at though. And I have a gun. He turns around, I jump down, shoot him in the head or somewhere in the body. I take him out, he's dead. And then hide.
And you wait for them to come in. Holden, why is it important to have an emergency plan?
If somebody can kill you.
So what do you want to do in order to stay safe?
Call 911. And hide. Hide and call 911.
And then what do you talk loud?
No.
What do?
You stay quiet.
How quiet? That's not even quiet. That quiet, right?
Don't breathe through your mouth. Go.
If Mom goes down, then you know this, plan B to keep you and your brother safe, correct?
Yeah, I have plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. I wanted to learn these plans because I didn't want to get killed and make sure I'm safe, because if someone is going to break in, that could be my last day I'll die. My mom could die or my brother could get taken away, shot and killed. That'd probably be my end of the world. I'd probably cry forever. Non-stop.
All right, guys. All right, let's go. We're going. Sun's up, guns up.
No, last night was sun down, guns up, especially down in Texas.
Yeah.
What,
I don't get that.
12 dead, 3 wounded, or something like that.
There's 4 dead.
4 dead.
5 cops ended up dead.
5 now?
Yep. 1 was shot at point blank.
Hard to survive that.
All right, we're open. When a shooting happens, a terrorist attack happens, business spikes. I would much rather see business spike because people are enjoying the sport and they're coming here to shoot and to have a good time, not because people are fearful and feel like they need something to defend themselves.
Hello. What brings you in today?
I want to buy a firearm, preferably a pistol.
Preferably a pistol, okay. Do you have any experience with pistols at all? So you're a first-time shooter, huh?
I am.
It's something that happens, unfortunately, in the industry, and I'm still fulfilling a need that people have.
What's made you come to the conclusion that you need a pistol in your life?
Just watching the events today since Dallas happened. As soon as my husband got home, I was like, I'm going, goodbye. So.
Hello there.
Hi.
How you guys doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good. You guys wanted to see some guns?
My name is Starla, and I actually came into the shop about 6 years ago and never left.
Does it shoot where the laser
Yes.
is pointing?
If you've got a laser on your gun.
I don't know anything about guns.
Okay, so the laser, that's where you're gonna hit.
Okay.
I'm a single middle-aged woman. I've been in other gun stores where I walk in and it is all male. And they're standing like this. And half the time, they don't say 2 words to me. And to me, I'm offended. Because I know as much about the firearm industry as they do. This gun does have a lot of recoil.
A lot?
There's quite a bit to it.
I don't even know how to hold it.
Okay, that's the first thing I'll show you. I actually heard it on the radio, and it scares me to death. Simply because my son is also a police officer.
That's it?
That's it, you're ready to fire. Safety's already off.
Oh,
I'm gonna say thumbs.
Thumbs.
There you go. I fear every night when my son goes out. I mean, I know, I keep track of the days he's working the days he's off. Just nice and slow, not knowing am I gonna get that call. There you go. Why I jumped, I don't know.
Really?
Suspect Micah Johnson, who was black, was the sole gunman.
Police say he said that he was very mad at white people, said he wanted to kill white people, specifically white police officers.
What has even happened in Dallas recently that would even incur something like that? It's not even seeming like it's in retaliation to anything, it's just...
Well, it's in retaliation, not for something specific in Dallas, but in general, officers shooting minorities.
There was a figure from the FBI that it was some ridiculously high percentage more that black teens are more likely to be shot than white teens. You've got recently with, is it Minnesota or is it Missouri?
Yeah, Minnesota.
Minnesota. And from the evidence that I've seen so far, it was he was told to reach for his ID, he reaches for his ID, he gets shot.
Stay with me. We got pulled over for a busted tail light in the back. He's licensed, he's licensed to carry. He was trying to get out his ID and his wallet out his pocket, and he let the officer know that he had a firearm and he was reaching for his wallet, and the officer just shot him in his arm.
Told him not to reach for it. I told him to get his hand out.
You told him to get his ID, sir, and his driver's license. Oh my God, please don't tell me he's dead. Please don't tell me my boyfriend just went like that.
Keep your hands where they are, please.
Yes, I will, sir. I'll keep my hands where they are. Please don't tell me this, Lord. Please, Jesus, don't tell me that he's gone. You shot 4 bullets into him, sir. He was just getting his license and registration, sir.
Get the female passenger out.
Ma'am, exit the car right now with your hands up. Let me see your hands. Exit now.
You've got a situation, a very real human situation of trying to process what's going on and formulate a plan, and it's going way too fast for either one of them. It's a tragic situation.
I'm going to start you off at 15 foot. Biggest rule, never point this at anything you are not willing to destroy. Okay.
Okay. And then from there you can just keep going.
Now you can just keep shooting.
I'm hungry.
Me too. I had got a sub on the way here.
I think I'm going out there and get me a Pizza Hut pizza.
I was gonna.
Go?
That's why I was waiting my money. I was gonna treat us both to dinner.
Oh, wait a minute now. You spending every dime that you got?
No.
But then, you don't have any more money?
Yeah. Any of these things that we have seen in our country could occur any place. And I've just chosen not to live in fear. In America, if everybody's gonna have guns, I don't wanna be the one without one. Kimberly, she's my only daughter. She's a little more radical than I am about the issue.
This is a 380. They are smaller, much easier to conceal, especially for a woman.
Oh, I love this.
Right, there you go.
That kicked back faster.
And you can pull the trigger. It's fine to dry fire these.
It's war out here.
Pull it fast and watch what the barrel of that gun does.
You have the mass shooters who get angry and want to shoot everybody. Then you have civilians killing civilians. Might not walk down the street and get shot. Might be at a club and get shot.
You held it pretty steady. I was surprised. Usually it goes like this.
Yeah. You can just be riding down the street and the police can pull you over and get trigger happy in my eyes or feel threatened.
Why we can get it? Why you can get it? It looks so
Okay,
sweet.
boys, if you're gonna be here, y'all got to be quiet and it's like you're not here, okay? And then we'll go somewhere afterwards, okay?
I have a son who right now he's cute to America, but when he gets about 13 and he's 6 feet tall, they're gonna think he's the threat.
When it's lined up right there, that's what you're aiming at. That's what you're gonna hit.
I think he needs to know. And I work in a predominantly white environment. I'm the only black person in my office, and all of their children know how to shoot and have been knowing how to shoot since they were 5 years old. My son should know how to too. I have a question to ask you. What do you do if you get pulled over and you have a gun on you?
I put my hands on the steering wheel. And I announce to him I am a licensed CPL holder.
Okay. I'm asking because of that situation. That scares me.
Okay, so
Scares me too, that's why I don't want to carry mine.
Let's go over that. Here's the deal. Here's what happened. And I'm going to tell you, the officer's going to have something to account for if everything happened the way we think it happened at this point. Okay? The problem was he gave him a command, and as he gave him the command, he said, I have a gun. The moment you hear gun as a cop, watch cops, right? What do they scream? Gun! And it sends adrenaline, right? Yeah. action versus reaction. Neither one of them can process fast enough.
Right.
He goes, this guy's grabbing a gun, he's going to shoot me. I got to shoot first. It doesn't matter who's right or wrong, right? It matters not who's right or wrong. I can tell you who's dead.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't need somebody else dead, so I don't need my CPL holders dead. It's
That's
just
why I'm asking.
So here's what it is. Hands on the wheel, exactly like Starla was talking. And now whatever I do, I talk my way through it. Don't tell them I have a gun first. No. Tell them you're licensed to.
Licensed CPL
Let them know
holder.
first you're licensed. Now they know you're an honest, law-abiding citizen. It slows everything down. And by doing that, we put the officer at ease, we put ourselves at ease. It makes the interaction go better.
You know, at my age, it's not about how I feel. It's more about protecting my grandsons and my sons, and for them to understand what they need to do to stay alive. We have to have that conversation with our kids now. Do nothing to provoke the policeman so that he doesn't have an excuse to shoot you.
That's why it's so scary,
It's just
though.
so sad. What we're dealing with right now is so sad.
I'm terrified. I've been in the car with black men and got pulled over, and I've seen them treat them horribly. I've seen them pull out the car for no reason when they have license registration. I've seen police beat up them. I've seen it happen. I've had them be rude to me, tell me to shut up, whatever, and I haven't even done anything wrong because of the way I look. We can act like it doesn't exist. It's just like there's doctors who are racist, there's police officers who's racist. Just because they have a job doesn't mean that they're not going to be racist, you know?
You can't believe that every cop is a bad cop, and you can't believe that everybody that plays their music loud is a thug.
It's true. I'm just, whatever. I want to protect myself.
And the good news, you got the bad news.
Bad news?
Good news, you get to take home a gun. You know what the bad news is? You owe me money now. Alrighty, so we've got the gun and a box of ammo.
Are you going to sign up for the CPL class?
When I get more money, because my husband's already going to be pissed that I spent like $500 in one day. Well, thank you guys for everything.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
No problem.
Bye. You said
Bye-bye.
what?
What was the final tally? How many guns did we sell, do you know?
I think we had like 12 transactions. I generally imagine what it is that I'm going to do in the most likely situation that I'm ever going to face a firearm. And to me, probably the most likely time that I am ever going to face a firearm is probably going to be inside this gun shop. Somebody's going to get froggy and they're going to draw a firearm thinking they're going to rob the place. And if I were to have that happen, here you go, Dennis. So Dennis comes up and he's asking me questions. Everyday ordinary, hey, can I see that gun? And I end up getting my keys out, right? And reaching for whatever. He ends up putting a firearm in my face. His biggest problem right here is he's close, right? But I'm going to begin to act and I'm going to reach in my back pocket, and while I've got that right there, I've got it locked down. I've just disabled his firearm.
And you're going to have other employees out here.
And I'm going to have other employees that are going to smoke him. He's going to be in a circular firing squad. Why is violent crime at 30-year lows in the United States? Because the good guy with a gun stops the bad guy with a gun. You don't have any idea the level of gun ownership in the United States. If I were to conservatively estimate that, I would say that number is probably at 500 to 550 million firearms in the hands of about 90 to 100 million American citizens. It's a lot of guns.
We'll start with a 22, and then we'll work our way up from there depending on what your long-term goals are. You haven't held that yet.
No, because I'm okay.
Much larger frame gun.
But it's okay.
But I'm holding a larger bullet.
Very helpful.
Sure.
Education's the key, just like with anything.
It is.
Driving
It really
a car,
is.
like you said.
I've been saying it for years that I'm going to try to change this world one person at a time. I just got to teach them what I know and pass that safety information, that knowledge on. And if everybody educated them about every situation, I think we'd have a lot less problems in this world too.
I think so too.
I think so too.
My personal gut feeling is right now we are on the cusp of some really bad stuff that could happen.
We feel the same way.
The things that probably affect us the most, either whether we look at them as terrorist attacks or the mass shootings. Literally, I mean, it's not many months ago, it was in Kalamazoo, and there was people from Battle Creek that a lot of people knew and respected. They were great people that affected and took some of their lives. So yeah, that one hit a little closer to home.
Kimsey County 911. I'm at the Kalamazoo Cracker Barrel, and there's been gunshots in a car. Female's down, she's been shot. 3 people in one car, and one guy is not moving.
It was another mass shooting. I think that's one of the great national tragedies as we move forward, is this idea of active violence and mass shootings. I think it's something as a nation, as a culture, an idea of Americanism that we should all be ashamed of.
Man accused of killing at point-blank range while continuing to work as an Uber driver, allegedly driving passengers around the city of Kalamazoo in between the murders.
Kalamazoo's not far away. We're joined at the hip, if you will. It reminded us that those mass shootings don't happen someplace else. They can happen here and at any time. Significantly, 3 of the victims in that shooting were from our community.
I'm Gene Koff. I'm the father of Abigail Koff, who was a shooting victim in Kalamazoo. And I live in Battle Creek, Michigan. As far as firearms, she was shot with something relatively, and it's a relative term, you know, relatively weak. I mean, it wasn't a rifle, which has a far stronger charge. It probably lost some of its energy hitting the glass because she was shot either through the windshield or the side window.
The bullet path went into the top of her head and came out the right side. It shattered her skull. It did massive damage to the frontal right lobe.
I love you a lot. So?
The odds were really grim. So that was when we thought she was going to die. And technically, one could argue she did. Her heart did stop on the table.
Dear Notori/BFF Bubble, I wanted to know if you would like to come over for a sleepover this weekend. Because my sunken skull, I can't do much. So it's gonna be boring. I'm limited. So it's gonna be boring a lot, but I think sometime we're gonna maybe go to a cabin and maybe go fishing. That's it.
Abby was with her grandmother and her grandmother's friends. You can't think of anything safer than sending your 14-year-old daughter off to watch a show with a bunch of old ladies. And before they knew what was happening, he was shooting them in a matter of seconds.
And then I them off.
Once Abby started talking, she asked who was she with, and I told her we'll talk about that another time. Because I didn't think she was ready to hear at that precise time that her grandmother was gone. Just recently, she's been asking questions, you know, like what he looks like and who was he, and, you know, before we wouldn't tell her any of that. And now, I showed her a picture of him the other day, and she said that he didn't look like somebody that would kill somebody. She said he looked normal.
Police say the man has no criminal history.
Authorities have also said it is highly unlikely that any background check would have revealed a reason to deny Dalton a gun.
When Abby was in the hospital and she was recovering, for her first few days, I did feel some anger, which is normal. I especially felt anger towards the man who did this. Being angry at him didn't solve anything. The only thing left to do, other than focusing on my daughter's recovery, is making sure that no one else goes through this. And that meant I had to focus on what caused this. And I promised myself I would not instantly jump to anything on that. A gun is a machine. It is a machine that's efficient at doing its job, which unfortunately makes these mass shootings and whatnot more capable, but it is still a machine.
I'll back it up again.
The most unhelpful argument out there is take away all the guns. Because that instantly makes the other side, and even the moderates who own weapons, it makes them just locked down. We have to accept that we have a problem and come together and work on a solution together without all the hate and rhetoric. I'm not pro-gun control or gun safety. I'm not gun banning. I'm anti-carnage.
Cool, thank you.
Awesome. Have a good one. Have a good time.
Abigail's mom used to work with my mom.
Right.
You know, I know her and know of her. My mom knows her too.
Drove it definitely home that evil is everywhere in this world. No matter where you look, there's always something there.
Well, and you know, people say guns are the problem. It's not.
You know, the firearm obviously makes it easier and more efficient for somebody to take another life, and
So do Molotov cocktails.
Right.
I mean, explosions. There you go. Pressure
Right.
cookers. Well, yeah.
You know, I can absolutely make sure that there's 0 gun deaths if we're going somewhere where there has never been a gun, and I make sure that there's never any guns there. I can absolutely ensure that there will never be a gun death because there will never be a gun there.
My biggest beef with the whole thing is we know they're there. We can't take them away. We can't change the fact that they're going to be there in the hands of the criminals. So we got to have them in the hands of the good guys.
What's your favorite phrase you love to say pertaining to that? An armed society is a polite society.
Right.
Yeah. I have to constantly defend firearms rights and freedoms. If I'm not able to defend myself against somebody that is willing to be evil and force me to do something, then I'm not really free. Rarely has independence been achieved or peace secured without the use of force. It's just the nature of the world. It's grounded in logic. It's based on principle. And principles don't change. They are constant. All right, boys, we ready? 10 o'clock. Sun's up, guns up.